doesn't want to run anymore.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, my number one thing in the offseason that people remember back in January was the number one thing isn't replacing Patullo. It's not A.J. Brown. It's not the defense. Is Jalen Hurts going to be a runner of the football again, or are we going to see what we've been seeing? It's my number one thing in the offseason.
Okay, so Zander, again, I think we're getting here with this that offense has aged almost all of these players, including the quarterback then.
Well, do you believe there's any chance the organization is who's responsible for Jalen not running as much?
Organization or Nick?
Or Jalen? Or is it Jalen who doesn't want to run?
Okay, who do you think made the call in 2024 for the offense not to go through the passing game? Do you think that was an organizational thing, or do you think that was a collective coach?
I think it was Nick.
Players?
Honestly, I think it was Nick, dude. Jeffrey Lurie would not call for that. Jeffrey Lurie doesn't want that, dude. Jeffrey Lurie dreams of the passing offenses.
Well, that's the greatest thing that Nick has done since he's been the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles is
what you don't
take the ball out of the hands of the quarterback.
What? Well, however you want to phrase it. You could phrase it like that if you're Big Sills and you want to put the Big Sill spin, or you could phrase it like you want to put the ball in the hands of Saquon Barkley in the offensive line. There's a positive and a negative way to frame it. Big Sills will always frame it negatively.
Wait a second. No. I'll frame it the way you guys want to hear it. Hey, Nick put the ball in the hands of the most productive player in 2024's hands. And you figured out who that guy was. There you go. There's a positive spin for you. Nick put the ball in the hands of the most positive and the most productive player in 24's hands. And that guy just happened to be the running back. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a Nick call then and how they operate with Jalen, correct? According to Nick?
That year? Oh, yeah, I think it was a Nick call.
Oh.
You don't think it was a Nick call? You think that was a Howie call too?
I have to tell you.
The suits up in the top as responsible?
No. I think you're right. I think that's probably the greatest thing he's ever done as a head coach because it won him a Super Bowl. Because where would Kellen Moore all of a sudden go like this to Nick? Hey, fuck that. Excuse me. Sorry. Get this. Wait a second. I'm Kellen Moore, a passing coordinator. I don't want to throw passes anymore. You think Kellen Moore said that? I highly doubt that. Okay. I wonder how much Kellen Moore fought that too, by the way.
I don't think he fought it. I think he took it and made the most of it.
Man, what a year. You got Filet Mignon as your coordinator. You got Lane Johnson bullshitting people all day long about the coordinator and Jeff Stoutland, infamous job titles he doesn't have. A.J. Brown not coming out throwing smoke signals and telling everybody. Why doesn't A.J. just come out and do this? I'm not going nowhere.
He's passive aggressive. He would never do that.
Well, you know what? I want someone to step up and go, nobody's doing nothing. We're not going anywhere with this.
Well, he doesn't care what you want.
What doesn't Howie do that?
Howie doesn't care what you want. And Howie doesn't want to lose his leverage.
Hey, I don't want to do this, but I may do this, but I want to do this, but I'm not going to do this. He's an Eagle. And right now, today, on March 30th, he's an Eagle. And guess what, Sileo? Get over it. That's, oh, my God. I love it. Dude, man. I've never, ever in my life, see, when I cover the Bucks are boring. They're so freaking boring.
I could see them being boring.
They're boring, dude. They're just boring, like their coach. And what you got with Nicky is, you got Nicky in his little shorts. They're down there in Florida, wherever he is. Is that thing down in Palm Beach? Nick's down there drinking hot mojitos.
Where is the NFL owners meetings? Yeah, dude, the guy's a Philly guy, man. He's down there in Florida sweating his baguettes off.
He's a Philly
it's in Arizona.
Guy. Oh, Arizona. That's another hottie.
Yeah.
That's 106, Junior. You know, my kid used to play play rugby in like 117 temperature.
I've never been to Arizona.
Oh my God. Zander, dry as hell, man. Hey, what'd you make the NCAA, man? That UConn Duke. Did you see it?
I know. Yeah, I saw it. That Duke team's gonna be. They're gonna be living that, rewatching that in their head for
Do
a
you
long time.
understand that guy? All he had to do was sit down on the floor. He didn't have to do
Yeah,
anything. The shot
anything,
clock was off.
anything. He could have done anything
He
differently.
could have
He
rolled
could
it.
have launched the ball into the sky,
That's
and
right.
it would have went better.
Right,
I mean, he could have
right.
done anything. So that was pretty bad. But congrats to UConn. When's the final?
The Final Four is this weekend, and then the finals on Monday.
Finals on Monday.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go. I think UConn's going to take care of Illinois. Dude, that's going to be a rock fight between Michigan and Arizona.
Michigan and Arizona.
So I'm probably going to go Arizona.
Yeah, give me Arizona.
I think Arizona wins a national championship.
Wow.
Yeah. That's going to be a rock fight, though, that Michigan, Arizona. That thing, dude, that kid lost that thing. It was like Christian Laettner versus like Kentucky. And then I love Danny Hurley, man. He just bitches at everybody, screaming at everybody. You see him running around like Jim Valvano. Oh, my God. Can you believe my boy? I mean, I love Danny Hurley, man. That guy is – you want to know what a coach is? Danny Hurley, and then you look at the shorts in Arizona. The shorts. Nick Sirianni, and you look at Danny Hurley. There's two.
Sileo has a new rip on Nick Sirianni. Now a coach isn't allowed to wear fucking shorts.
Absolutely not. No way. Shorts. What the hell are you doing, man? Nick Sirianni wearing shorts. Hey, what are you doing? Come on, man. Yeah, your
Wait a second. Wait a second. I got something for you. All right, I got something for you. Who's that?
That's at practice.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Who's that?
That's at practice at Valley Ranch.
Oh, yeah, right. You always have a fucking spin guy.
The guy behind him, that's practice. It's probably Big Sills. I see my hands back there.
It's probably Big Sills. Oh, man.
Dude.
Fucking the guy's got rocking shorts. You don't give him any shit.
Rocking shorts. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, Nick Sirianni. 23 days to the draft. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good about it. You know, I'm excited to see. They got 9 picks. They better go offensive line, though. If they don't go offensive line, I'm gonna be pissed off.
What if they go wide receiver?
I'll be even more pissed off.
They move up and they get wide receiver.
Why?
Why not? You got to replace AJ.
Well, because all right, so AJ Brown isn't a good enough player to fix the passing offense. Do people believe that the replacement's going to be good enough to fix it?
No.
Or are you just replacing him because you feel like you have to replace him? What's a more important thing to fix, the wide receiver or the offensive line?
Depending if I'm installing a new offense or not.
No, even if you install a new offense, the skill sets of the players are the skill sets of the players.
You don't have a lot of latitude with those contracts that you got around those necks of those players. You're not moving anywhere off of Cam. You're not moving off of Landon. You're not moving off them guys.
I'm just saying.
Your leverage of moving around as an offensive line is not very high.
Well, I don't disagree with that, but it doesn't mean you neglect it and keep going away from it. And it certainly doesn't mean you draft a wide receiver in round 1. I mean, I think that would be fucking crazy. I mean, you have AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, and you're the 26th ranked passing offense. Why are we investing more resources on wide receiver?
I don't know why you've changed your offense, but
maybe that's why. Maybe you've started to see the Timu. Maybe that's what Marquise Brown and Elijah Moore are.
They're shifting that dynamic to the offensive side.
Maybe they're going to use cheaper receivers.
So they're going to go cheaper on offense and assume that Hurts is going to elevate the offense with lesser players.
Well, I don't know if they're assuming that. I'm assuming that the more important part of the offense is the run game and the offensive line in their eyes.
Okay. Do you believe the offense is going to have an increase in play this coming year?
Increase in play.
Better play.
With Sean Mannion? Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you think?
Because I don't think everybody plays as bad as they did last year.
Can't be.
Right?
No way.
It's going to be hard for everybody to not play that good.
What do you think was the biggest issue last year with that team? Besides the offensive line, the offensive line injuries. But what I'm saying is, so that the offensive line, the two dudes in the O-line, the center and guard, played a factor in Hurts not having a top flight game. The wide receivers not playing exceptionally well. The running back not being well. And the tight end and everybody on that team came down to two players, the center and guard. And combine that with Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, I think they were all a problem. I think the biggest problem was the offensive line by a country mile. I mean, the offensive line is how the Eagles' offense performed.
So the two dudes out of five. Time. The two dudes
out of five. But overall, I mean, they weren't. Lane Johnson missed a lot of games. Cam wasn't the same player. Landon wasn't the same player. Steen was okay, but he was a downgrade from Becton. And Mailata wasn't bad, but remember, Mailata in 24 was the best graded player in the entire National Football League. So even him playing well was a step down from what he was in 24. So all of those steps down, plus the addition of Bobo Patullo, who couldn't call a play, yeah, you get what you got. And Jalen struggled a lot last year throwing the football, more than I've seen since he came into the league.
Okay. Small game before we get JAKIB in here. Jalen Hurts' 2026 season will be his best season of his career, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No. I think 22 was pretty close to untouchable for him. That was an amazing year.
Saquon Barkley will return not to a 2,000-yard rusher, but he'll be better than his 2025 year, yes or no?
Yes. Better than 25, yes. He will not be 24, I don't believe.
Will Hurts be better than 25?
Yes. He has to be. He has no choice. He's the one player who has no choice. If he doesn't, if Jalen doesn't perform better than 25, the team is not going to succeed or go very far. That's just the reality of football. I mean, the quarterback is he's going to have to step up, especially with Sean Mannion, especially with all this change, especially if you lose A.J. Brown. You can't rely on everybody else to make up for that loss. That's got to become, on the quarterback, I think.
Will A.J. Brown, if he's here, have a better year than last year?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be true here or anywhere.
So Devontae Smith, will he have a better year than he did a year ago?
If AJ's here, I think it'll be about the same. If he's not here, I think he will.
Will Landon Dickerson have a better year than he had at 25?
That's tough to predict, but I do. I don't believe he's going to be as bad as he was last year again. Do you?
I think he's probably going to be the same, maybe a little better.
I think he's going to be a little better.
How about Cam Jurgens? Better than 25?
Cam, I think, will be a little better. I do. I think that's a position where, sometimes age obviously isn't what you want, but, sometimes experience playing in that role will help, and another year under his belt, maybe he has a little bit of a better understanding of how to play that position, not just the physical part of that position, but the mental part of that position, the taking care of your body part of the position, the communicating part of the position. I think he's a better year.
Will Jalen Carter have a better year than 25?
Better. He better. But yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let's read some of these supers before we get JAKIB in here.
All right, here we go. Got a couple here today. Brian Fleming. What if Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket dog chub, comes in if Jalen gets hurt and runs this West Coast offense like Steve Young? I don't think that's happening. I think there's a better chance of Tanner McKee doing that than Andy Dalton.
The best years of Andy Dalton were his first 5 years in Cincinnati. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? Him running an offense, remember, he's more of a pocket guy. If you looked at him in a pocket versus Jalen in the pocket, Andy Dalton's not a bad quarterback. I actually like their room, and I agree with Howie, what he said at the owners' meetings. I feel pretty good about having three quarterbacks that can win a ball game for you.
Here is David. What's up, David? Best corner in the NFL is Pat Surtain. Says the best player he ever played with is Devontae Smith, but still says he's not a wide receiver one.
He's never been. I mean,
and his numbers aren't great when AJ's not out there. Devontae's a great player, but
David,
talent doesn't always talent doesn't always translate perfectly.
And just because they were boys in the SEC doesn't mean that translates to the National Football League.
Yeah, I do believe Devontae can be a 1, though.
Okay. We're about to find out.
You're right that he hasn't been, but I believe he can be. Mikey Shred says, teams after Hurts' third year learned what Jalen's strengths and weaknesses are. They now limit his strengths and expose his weaknesses. I have not seen Hurts adjust and fool any defense. He is very basic.
I think you go back to his NFL profile. I think a lot of them are still there, some of the issues. Don't you, Zander?
Yeah, I think that's true for most players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you bring up the one of A.J. Brown a lot. Yeah.
Hey, those profiles don't leave you, do they? It's like zebra stripes.
Nope, it's true. It's true. Here is Kimberly, 2 more. Kimberly says, I think other teams not rushing on AJ character. I think Kim is right.
Yeah.
I don't think people are lined up trying to pry him away from the Eagles' hands.
Remember the text I sent you from that executive from the Patriots? What he said? Nobody's going to give a 1 and a 2 to a disgruntled player.
Did you see what Elliot Wolf said today?
What's that?
Elliot Wolf was on with Kay Adams. They asked him about A.J. Brown.
What did he say?
He said he's on the Eagles, like Howie said. And we haven't spoken to Howie about A.J. Brown in a long time. That's what he said.
Okay.
I don't know if he was lying or what. There might be. Here's Fleming. Think Renard is out after another Alibaba edge. I think Renard is out because he wants 30+ million, and I don't think that's the best use of your money or your draft picks.
Absolutely.
Kyle says, I saw 31 coaches in an auto pen. Sirianni is like Joey Gallo. See what you've done to these people? See what you've done to these people?
A head coach should not be in shorts.
They have these people thinking that Nick Sirianni is the worst coach in the league.
No, he's just a dope. The guys in Arizona out there in shorts. Coaches don't wear shorts, man. They don't. Not in like when you're taking a team picture, man. Come on, man. You got to have a little bit about yourself, man. You got to. I
think you're mad that Sirianni alpha mogged the picture.
What's that?
He mogged the picture.
Danny Woodshed just got Zandered. Look at that.
I love it, Salvo.
I know all you Eagle fans, you keep rooting, and I'll keep telling you what's going to happen, and we'll see April 1 or 2. So what do you think he gets traded on, the 1st or the 2nd of June?
I think it takes a couple weeks.
Oh.
June.
Like Micah.
My luck, because I got the wedding in the end of June. My luck, he'll be traded like June 18th. I won't be able to cover it.
As soon as Zander says I do, he's going to get a notification, and you're going to see Zander in his tux going.
Hon, I got to run. I got to
run.
I got a breaking news segment to do.
Yeah.
All right, Sills, I got to run.
All right, big dog, man. Hey.